What's going on, guys? So I am back here at the cargo trailer. I told you all that I was going to be upgrading to a lithium-ion battery system in the cargo trailer. Well, I am back here today to at least prep for that system. So it's not here yet. I don't have the batteries, but I do have a lot of the equipment I'm going to use to maintain those batteries, and I want to show you what it is. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we are going to be installing this really cool product from Redarc. It is designed to do several things. One of the most important things that it can do is maintain the batteries on your RV, on your cargo trailer, on a dump trailer, whatever you might have house batteries on that you need to maintain while you're on the road or with a solar charging system. Because this acts as both a battery maintainer from whatever your tow vehicle has, and it also acts as a solar regulator maintainer as well. So this is very cool. I want to talk to you about what applications this can work well in and what it was designed for. So when you go RVing and you're going to pull a travel trailer, or you're going to pull a fifth wheel, or you're going to pull a caravan if you're from Europe or Australia, you run the risk that the charging system in your tow vehicle isn't providing enough amperage through the 7-way connector, basically the connector that pairs the truck to the trailer to control your brakes, your lights, things like that. And it's not actually providing enough charge to the battery to keep it maintained, which means you may have a dead battery on your fifth wheel. You take off. When you get to where you're going, that's a couple hours away, you find out that you can't lower your landing gear because the battery wasn't charged enough from the tow vehicle to do it. And that's because the gauge of wire they use, the amount of current that's feeding through that 7-way connector, it's just not enough to maintain your batteries. So what this is designed to do, this is actually designed to charge your batteries on your RV or your trailer to full capacity using either solar or using a combination of solar first and then your vehicle's battery. So basically, your tow vehicle works through this to provide your trailer battery a full charge whenever you're en route to wherever you're going. Now, I've had a lot of people specifically ask for this solution. I've probably received 50 comments and emails over the last several months from people saying, what can I do to maintain the house battery in my fifth wheel or my trailer while I'm traveling and keep that battery charged, because when I get to where I'm going, the battery is generally dead. So let's open this thing up and see what we have inside. So again, this is made by a company out of Australia called Redarc. Now, they give you just about everything you need, minus some components that you need for installation, such as a fuse kit to fuse this from the vehicle in case you have an overload or you have some type of a short, popping the fuse versus damaging this or damaging your vehicle, causing a fire. So you have to get that kit. They sell that kit. So you can get everything you need for installation from eTrailer, including the Redarc itself. You can get the fuse kit. There's things that you need to make sure that you're installing this correctly with your specific battery setup, whether it's lithium, whether it's AGM, or whether it's your standard acid battery. This specific Redarc system that I have is the 25 amp system. So this can provide 25 amps of power from your tow vehicle to the actual battery to charge it through this Redarc, or it can go through solar. This system is always looking for solar power first before it looks for power from your vehicle, and it regulates it to make sure that there's no chance that this is going to kill the battery in your vehicle. It looks for any type of draw that could cause the battery in your tow vehicle to potentially deplete the battery on your trailer, and it prevents that from happening. That's what they claim. So this is a very, very cool solution. I'm putting it on my cargo trailer because I generally keep my house batteries on the fifth wheel maintained with the solar panel that I have on the front of it. Right here, though, in my cargo trailer, I have a battery in here right now, an AGM battery that you saw me connect the inverter to last time, but I will be replacing that with 2 lithium-ion batteries, and this is going to be my solar maintainer. It's very important that you pick a quality solar maintainer if you are going to have lithium-ion batteries, because you can cause a fire if you use something that's cheap or something that is not designed for charging lithium-ion batteries. Okay, so now what you're looking at in front of you is the complete setup if you're going to be installing this in a vehicle minus the wire. So you would traditionally need a thick enough gauge wire to run to the vehicle battery from this or from your vehicle battery back to your RV. Now, I recommend if you're going to mount this and you're here in the States, you should mount this in the RV itself. Mainly because if you mount it to the truck, you're going to have to run an extra wire for your solar power connection to the vehicle. Mounting it in a truck has its advantages because your power and ground wire, which run to the battery, will be connected directly, of course, to this box. But if you were going to use this in your trailer, you're going to have to use a quick disconnect to attach it to the back of the truck whenever you hitch up to your fifth wheel. And here's an example of a quick disconnect that you might use. Simply designed to quickly disconnect power, and it has caps to cover up the ends to keep them from being exposed. So, on a vehicle, you're going to have your main power lead from your battery go into this 40 amp fuse kit. Then from the 40 amp fuse kit, you're going to run it to the back of your pickup truck or whatever your tow vehicle is, and it's going to go into one end of this quick power connector. You're going to have your ground wire going straight from your battery to the other end of this quick power connector. So one side and the other side, not one and one, so one side and the other side. And then you're going to have the other end of this quick power connector on the RV side. And that is going to connect to your power and ground, which is your red and black on the Redarc. Your yellow is going to connect to your solar panel, and your brown is going to connect to the positive connection on your house battery. So again, red and black power and ground from your main tow vehicle. It will go into this plug coming from your tow vehicle. You'll have another end of this plug that connects to it, which will feed into the red and black on the Redarc, and that provides the power from your vehicle to the RV. Yellow will connect to your solar, and remember, this system is always going to seek solar power before it seeks battery power. And brown is going to connect to the positive lead on your trailer battery. Okay, so most of this installation is going to take place once I get the lithium-ion batteries in, but I wanted to share with you what the purpose of this Redarc is, because this is something that a lot of people can use even if they're not going to be running lithium-ion batteries. And the only difference between connecting this with lithium-ion versus a standard AGM or lead-acid battery is you're going to have a green and orange wire that you have to connect together if you're going to be connecting it to a lithium-ion battery. And then you connect the green to an optional LED, or you put it to a charge profile selector if you're going to be connecting it to a standard lead acid or AGM style battery. You're also going to need this low voltage disconnect if it's going to a lithium ion, and that is this thing right here. So this does exactly what it sounds like. It detects if the battery itself is not producing enough voltage, and it disconnects the circuit so you don't run the risk of over draining your lithium ion batteries. So this is something that you would also need. And eTrailer carries all these parts. So they carry this, they carry the Redarc itself, they carry your disconnects, and they carry the fuse kit itself if you're going to be connecting this to a vehicle and you need to fuse it from the vehicle's battery. But this video is really to answer the question that I get time and time again, and that is, how do I maintain the battery in our travel trailer or our fifth wheel whenever we're towing it down the road, knowing that the 7-way connector that's connecting the truck to the trailer is not going to be able to do it? That will only be able to provide maybe a 20% charge on your battery, if that. This system right here, when used properly, either paired with solar as your primary or your vehicle battery as your primary or backup to solar, this is going to be able to charge your battery to near full while you're driving down the road without any risk of it damaging or causing issues to your vehicle's battery system. So if you want to be 100% sure that it's not going to overly drain your vehicle battery, be sure to check with Redarc or check with eTrailer. Both of them should be able to answer that question. Anyways, guys, next time you see this, we will have it connected. We will be pairing it to some lithium-ion batteries and running solar through it to charge those batteries. So if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.